This is News 24 Live. I'm Erin Bates, and with me is Ndlozi, spokesperson for the Economic Freedom Fighters. Thank you for your time. Mbuyiseni, you've just walked out of the National Assembly from the State of the Nation address debate. What are your sort of key points about the Commander-in-Chief's speech?
Well, the central grievance is that we're unable to participate normally because we don't recognize Mr. Zuma as president anymore. And therefore that's why we took this opportunity to put that on the record in a much more substantial sense. And the summary of it all is that the center of South African problems lies with the underperformance, the utter disregard by the president to the needs of the people, but also to the rule of law. And as long as he's there, there is no way that you can be able to address those problems.
Yes, your Commander-in-Chief mentioned that the EFF is the answer to these problems, but it's only in the future that the EFF is really going to have the opportunity to flex its muscle in charge of an administration, in charge of a province perhaps, if you get to that point. Are you confident that your party's ready to start managing provinces or managing regions and showing your policies in practice?
Yes, indeed we are. We were born ready. In our launch in Marikana, in 2013, we said that we are a baby that was born and walked in the same day. We come into this historic moment because of the absolute necessity for a party like us, and in the reality as well that history does not allow, for there to be a vacancy, and so we are calling on that future when we say we are the last hope for our people. We are the last hope for jobs and service delivery. We are calling on that future. We are accelerating that coming revolution. So I have no doubt in my heart that together with South Africans, we can inaugurate an era in this country of economic freedom.
Someone from the DA or a DA supporter might say that they have a track record of running an administration, whereas you tend to rather heckle the ANC, point out problems with its party and its leadership, but don't have any proof of your abilities as leaders and as political people.
Yes, indeed, a DA member would say that because often the obsession of people who belong to the DA is precisely to be selective in their memory, is precisely to selectively read the policies of the EFF. But an objective observer, an objective unaffected observer would know that we've got 7 cardinal pillars. We've got an industrial strategy which has not been tried in this country, but which is based on the historic experiences of developing countries. The DA is like the ANC in terms of its experience. It's an experience we cannot depend on for the future. It's an experience that is there and has done nothing to improve the lives of the poor. It has done nothing to regenerate jobs, to lead to industrialization in the small part of the country they've been in charge in. And that's because they have the same problem of a misdiagnosis of South Africa's problems. And they base the developmental model as if we are Britain, when we are not. We are like Britain just after the war. We need macroeconomic frameworks that do not leave everything to the market, where there is an active involvement of the state, protection of local industries, involvement of the state in productive sectors to not only create jobs but to expand the tax base of the country. So the macroeconomic assumptions of the DA are like the ANC, and the past 22 years is really based on their experience together, and therefore I wouldn't be shocked. But any student of economic history, not speculative economics, any student of the history of development of the world would know that the only party that has historically tried and tested policies is the EFF.